The flickering candlelight cast long dancing shadows across the worn kitchen table. Laughter, the kind that bubbles up from a belly full of cake, and the joy of simple games still echoes in my ears. It was the night of my 8th birthday, a night that began like any other in the idyllic world of Athyria, which also happens to be my home. It was a utopia in every sense of the word. Lush, verdant landscapes stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with crystalline cities that hummed with a gentle energy. Poverty, disease, and hunger were relics of a bygone era, banished to the dusty pages of history books. Now, technology and nature coexisted in perfect harmony, serving the needs of the people without encroaching on the planet's delicate balance. Yet, even in this paradise, my life had been rough. Not in the traditional sense, I guess you'd say. I wasn't starving or abused. My parents, bless their loving souls, showered me with affection and provided for my every need. But there was still this emptiness within me, a yearning for something more, is a purpose I couldn't quite grasp. I remember that night vividly, the lingering scent of vanilla frosting, the warmth of my mother's hand on my shoulder as she asked me to take out the trash. A simple chore, a mundane task that would forever alter the course of my very existence. As I stepped out into the cold night air, a sense of unease prickled my skin. The familiar chirping of nocturnal insects seemed muted, replaced by an unsettling silence. Shadows danced in the periphery, deeper and more menacing than usual. Suddenly, 3 figures materialized from the darkness, their faces obscured by grotesque masks. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through me. I knew instinctively that these were not friendly visitors.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
One of them growled, his voice sending shivers down my spine.
The birthday boy? All alone?
Before I could react, a blinding flash of light erupted from the sky. A figure, tall and ethereal, descended from the swirling vortex, his form radiating an aura of immense power. Devinon! His voice boomed, resonating with an otherworldly authority. It's time. I stared at him, bewildered, my mind reeling from the rapid turn of events. Who is this man? What did he want with me? You're not safe here, he continued, his eyes filled with an urgency I couldn't comprehend. They have found you. We must leave. Now. Time is literally on pause. As he reached out, his hand was glowing with this iridescent light. Instinctively, I just knew I could trust him. I placed my hand in his, and I don't know any other way to explain it. The world just dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors and swirling patterns. As the disorientation subsided, I found myself standing in a sterile white room, the man from the alley standing before me. Devinon, he began, his voice gentler now. I know this is a lot to take in, but you need to understand. You are not who you think you are. My mind reeled again. What the freak is he talking about? You're a proctor, he continued, a creator of worlds, dimensions, galaxies. Your power is beyond comprehension. And you've lived countless lifetimes, fought countless battles. But your enemies have grown stronger, more desperate. They seek to control the very fabric of existence, and you, Devinon, are the only one who can stop them. He paused, allowing his words to sink in. They have been hunting you across timelines. You need to remember. They've been trying to eliminate you before you could fully awaken to your true potential. Tonight, they almost succeeded. I stared at him, speechless. This is madness. I was just Devinon, a normal kid from Athyria. I wasn't some powerful being or a creator of worlds. There's no way. I know it's hard to believe, he said, reading my thoughts. But it's the truth. And you need to remember who you are, Devinon. The fate of the freaking universe depends on it. It's time to wake up. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. I stared at him in disbelief. And he placed his hand on my forehead. And all of a sudden, a torrent of memories flooded my mind. Visions of vast swirling galaxies, of battles fought on a cosmic scale, a power beyond my wildest imagination. It was overwhelming and terrifying and exhilarating all at once. I am Devinon, I whispered, my voice trembling with the weight of this newfound knowledge. I'm a proctor. Yes, he said, a smile gracing his lips. You are, and it's time for you to embrace your destiny. He then explained that I had voluntarily chosen to suppress my memories and live as a normal child in Athyria this time around. It was a strategic move to protect myself from my enemies, but now the time for hiding was over. Tonight, he said, you discovered your first power, the ability to travel through time by envisioning your destination. This time, your mind was blank, and we ended up here. You'll need this power, and many others, to face the challenges ahead. There's no other way. He then guided me through a series of exercises. We started very quickly. He started helping me to control and hone my newfound ability. I learned to focus my mind, to visualize different timelines, to transport myself across the vast expanse of time and space. Or should I say, different times and spaces. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky, I stood before him, a changed being. No longer just a boy from Athyria, but a proctor, a guardian of the universe, of the universes. It was incredible. Ready to embrace my destiny, my journey had just begun.